What do we have here?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because what we do have here is a video about my favourite Xbox 360 open world RPG. You can get it on PC and PS3 as well. I'm not sure if it runs like it does on Xbox 360, which is like a bag of shit, but I love it so much. We are going to be talking today about Two Worlds.
Ah, that feels good.
So this game has got the most entertaining protagonist I have ever played as. I mean, I hate playing a game where you've got a really shitty, boring protagonist. I'm looking at you, Cal and Connor. Like, don't get me wrong, those games are good games, but God, those protagonists are so shit to play as.
Pathetic.
Especially when you've played as people like, say, Ezio or the nameless hero from Risen 2. Really fun, charismatic protagonist where you really think, oh, I'm enjoying playing as this guy. But the hero in Two Worlds is just something else, I'm telling you. There is just nothing like playing as this guy.
I am the best.
But there is one thing we need to get out of the way first with this game, and that is the frames. Oh, the frames, the frames. There are no frames, okay? And as you can see, like, the scenery in the far distance takes ages before it pops in. The frame rate's just so bad that it hurt my eyes, let's just say. And I'm not one for complaining about frame rate. People were complaining about Bloodborne being bad frames and stuff. I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice, okay? But the frame rate in Two Worlds really hurt my eyes. Like, it really hurt. There was some points where I had to, like, close them for a little while. But the game was just so good. The gameplay, wanting to know what the protagonist is going to say next, just wanting to play to hear his little tidbits in his weird, sort of Americanized, oldie English voice.
Revolt? Methinks no one calls this a revolt.
Was just so worth playing.
Ah, the power.
So I just closed my eyes whenever the frames were too bad, and then open them again and just get on with it. So the main story is actually pretty good. It's not like the best main story, but it's okay. It keeps you gripped.
Let's have a look.
Your sister is been injured and then she goes missing, and you've got to kind of collaborate with this shady fella called Gandahar. I'll be honest, the rest of the cast is better voice acted than the main character. The main character, I don't know what's going on with that, but I fucking love it. So Gandahar has got some interesting things to say as well.
Do you know the Goat's Cave south of here?
Yeah. I do.
Of course you know the Goat Cave. Of course you know it. So the game is a massive open world and is set in a place called Antalor. There is teleportation, so you can fast travel back to any areas that you've already unlocked, and there's some things called teleporter stones. Such a great addition to a game. So you get like 3 of these in total, and you can put them down anywhere on the map, and then you can fast travel to that area. So for me, this was just a game changer. I used one to travel to this little shack, because there's no player housing in the game, but there is a shack that is abandoned, and you can use it and store all your stuff in there.
Let's have a look.
So I stored all my stuff in this place, put a teleporter stone down outside it, and then I was able to travel back and forth as I wanted. It was brilliant. So the enemies in the game don't respawn, and I am quite pleased about that. I quite like that because it gets a bit annoying when you're knocking about through areas and then you've got to kill the things over and over again. But yeah, they don't respawn. Really ideal. And then the areas that aren't in the wilderness, so like your towns and your cities, they are quite densely populated. So it makes it so immersive, and there's so many NPCs to talk to. And you've got things like factions. So you've got like the Brotherhood, the Society, the Merchants, and then there's a few other ones. The Necromancers. Yes, Necromancy!
Impressive, huh?
Shout out to all you necromancers out there. Big up yourself. And other than the main campaign, you're free to roam the open world and take on any side quests that take your fancy. It is so freaking good. I mean, just look at this city. It is so awesome. The first time I got to this city, I was like, oh my god, my mind was blown. Absolutely beautiful. So there is consequences for doing crimes, so you can get into a lot of trouble. Pay 30,000 in gold, or get out of
The city. Now!
But I just love the dialogue options. Look at this. I had a dog that whined less than you. Away, cur. Whoever wrote this game, I bow down to you. So let's have a little chat about the inventory, okay? Because I thought this was just a mess when I first came on. I was like, that just looks like proper annoying bullshit. But it is actually really good. So now you've got a stone that puts in like a status effect like poison or fire. Any weapon that you can put that into will glow in green, so you know you can add that to it. It's really good. And if you've got like 2 weapons the same, you can combine them to make a better one. It's just awesome. More games should have this stuff in them. I miss the old games from the 360 generation. I wish there was more stuff like this now. And then also on this screen, you can do alchemy. So if you've got ingredients on you, you can pop them in the cauldron and you can combine them and make potions. I love it. So we've got to have a look at some of the NPCs in this game.
Produce the gold and stop whining.
They're all quite colourful and interesting. Obviously, none of them are as good as our protagonist, who is just something else.
Ooh, wet.
So one of my favourites is Arnold Schwarzenegger, and that's what I've called him because, listen.
I have to tell you that these rebels have collected serious evidence against the house. Either we strike and smash them now, or we may never have a second chance.
He's like the Terminator mixed with Darth Vader. Why does he sound like he's wearing a helmet the whole time when he's clearly not? I'm not going to complain about it. It's brilliant how they put Darth Vader in it.
She's in the warehouse under lock and key.
Won't open.
And you can get a horse. You can ride a horse. I didn't ride a horse much because I found it really janky and annoying. But apparently there's other creatures you can ride too. So second playthrough. I feel a second playthrough coming on. So I have yet to experience that. But it gives me an excuse to go back and play this amazing game again. Experience more of this world because even the combat, okay, it looks a bit shit. And it's not, you know, it's not amazing. But you know what? I found it alright. I found it quite cool. And obviously it adds to it because the lines he says when he does a kill and he thinks he's an absolute legend.
Die, cur. Who turned up the heat? Let's battle. That's what you get. What do we have here?
I mean, that laugh. What is that laugh? It's like you get over yourself, but it's just so entertaining playing as this guy. You can't help but really enjoy it. Like, even when he's just, say now it's raining or something.
Rain again. Nice weather.
And then when you heal, like it's not every time that you heal, but every now and again he'll have a line and there's a few different ones. Every one of them just as good as the next.
Heal me. Healing powers. The power. Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. What a bell end. If you're into old RPGs and you don't mind bad frames, definitely give it a play. If you own one of the old consoles or you've got a PC, it's totally worth it. If you don't mind, you know, some really weird voice acting.
You flatter me.
Because for me, that just adds to the fun. It's like, you know when something is so shit that it's good? That's how I feel about a lot of this game. And even just making this video, I want to go back and play it again.
Did someone light a fire?
So have you played Two Worlds? Let me know in the comments, and what do you think of it? If you can recommend any other games that might be kind of similar that I might enjoy as much, then please let me know. I've played all the Risen games, Divinity the Dragon Knight Saga. I played Elix 1. I will be playing Elix 2 soon as well, because that's one of the only modern games that I find kind of similar. And obviously I've played the Elder Scrolls games, so yeah, but I'm always looking for something like this. It's a game that I've loved for years, and I have always wanted to make a video on, so...
I feel much better.
Get the bell on.